Hello everyone, welcome back to Cryptonomy. Today is a good day because we're gonna get the first interest rate cut since 2 years ago, right? Since COVID. So, happy day, happy interest rate cuts for everybody. Actually, they're scoring a 60%, almost 60% chance now that it's gonna be a 50 basis points, which is amazing for the stock market and crypto in general, and risk asset for the long term. But we're gonna see how it's gonna play out for the short term. I think they're gonna cut interest rate in around 4 hours. So that would be, well, right now I'm in Thailand, so that would be around 2 a.m. But I'm actually gonna stay up to watch this live. But from wherever you are around the world, stay tuned and trade carefully because volatility will be there. Volatility will surely be there. Maybe we can do like, what I'm thinking is doing a butterfly trade. Basically, I want to bet down and bet up and have stop losses. And either way, the explosion, I would get stopped out by one, and hopefully I'll ride the other one up or down. I would imagine there is gonna be down since we're already getting rejected by the bull market support band, which is a very strong resistance, right? And the next level I would imagine is the 200 daily SMA around 64,000 there. If we go up, like that's where I would make my stop loss. Take profit. Stop loss would be around there. For example, if you want to trade that out, I'll set up one for you. I'll put my stop loss there, take profit here. That's for the upside, and for the other side of the butterfly trade, can do something like that, right? Just make sure your stop loss there. Probably take profit here, which is 1.8 profit to loss ratio. That's how I like to do it. Usually I aim for 2, but that's a good way. And this line is pretty significant, as you can see. It's like runs over many major resistance and support lines. But what I found interesting is actually the relationship between gold and Bitcoin. So this is what we're going to be discussing today, actually. Many people know by now that when gold, breaks out consolidation, you get here. Bitcoin does a local top, right? And we can actually see it again around here. Breakout, local top. And why we usually compare to 2019, that's because that was the time where the Fed started pivoted, right? And they started to cut interest rates. And now we're getting like an interest rate cut soon, so that's why people compare it to that. Nevertheless, how can we determine when will Bitcoin break out from gold itself? Like, what do we imply? Okay, so when gold breaks out, Bitcoin consolidates or goes down. Does that mean that when gold, start consolidating, Bitcoin breaks out? Seems the case in the previous cycle. So Bitcoin broke out after gold started consolidating in around 7 weeks, so almost 2 months. Do we expect the same thing to happen around November? When USA elections start and the cycle usually starts, like every Bitcoin bull run started in October, November. I'm gonna show you right here real quick. So that's around October right here. We can say that this is around October right here. Okay, bull run may have started there, but we started some run October, November there. This one was different, mid-cycle. But yeah, can we expect it to happen around October, November again? Very, very likely. Very likely. Especially the liquidity is going up. And guess what? Just in time for the bull run, Mr. China to lift Bitcoin ban on Bitcoin. Very nice news. Very nice. Michael Saylor is buying some more Bitcoin. He's raising money to buy some more Bitcoin. I think around 700 million this time. Not bad, not bad. And guess what? An explosion found near Trump rally in Long Island again. So that's the third. Oh, the second assassination in Florida, but there was another assassination that happened to him before that, so that's the third assassination. Would that help him in the polls? Possibly. Bullish. Okay. Not bad, right? Also, another thing to keep an eye on is Bitcoin hash rate. So Bitcoin hash rate is going up, which usually marks some form of strength, because hash rate going up means the network's stronger, and usually Bitcoin investors see that as a good sign. As you can see here, like here it was going up very high, and that's where we're going up even more high. And damn, that's some exponential hash rating, isn't it? Here we went down, but here we went up. Usually people allocate it as a good thing. So the sentiment matters. If that's a good thing, that's a good thing. Funding rates are red, and usually that coincides with bottoms. Alright, it's been red for pretty substantial time. For example, look here, funding rate was red, and that marked the bottom. Here there was like a little bit of funding rates. It didn't really matter because it was very, very little. But for example, this zone right here was pretty red, right, similar to now, and that also marked the bottom. Here kind of marked the bottom as well. Here could be marking at least a local bottom, at least. Good news, bullish. And long-term holders are supplying more on Bitcoin, right? So if you notice here, when the bear market comes, the holders increase their holdings. When the bull market comes, long-term holders go down, right? So when it goes up, if they're accumulating, that's usually somewhat of a bottom, but we could go lower as you saw here, but they also got shaken out by that. I think Bitcoin Cash was introduced here, so it was pretty shock on the market. That's an outlier, black swan. Here it went down. I think they also got shaken out by that, but nevertheless, here they did not get shaken out, and they accumulated just before the bull run, and they sold it to short-term holders, as we will see later. Interestingly, they actually bought more as it was going down here. Smart. Not bad. They sold a little bit here as we were going down. Shoppy, and then they accumulated again when we started, before the bull run in October. Actually, one more thing. Guess what? This bull run started. Technically, this short bull run. Well, mid-cycle run. October too. Short-term holders. Well, they just know how to catch the top. That's what we can tell you right here. They caught the top, which marked actually the peak, and they went down. That was actually the largest amount of short-term holders, 8 million. Crazy. They sell in bear markets, but they do accumulate here. I think that was a smart move for them, and they sold here. Not bad. Actually, long-term holders here got wiped. Short-term holders were smarter, but nevertheless, we can analyze the whole situation and see that short-term holders usually sell in periods right before the bull run. As you can see right here, I mean, those short-term holders got wrecked. They got scared. What about there? What about there? Aren't they getting wrecked and scared? Aren't the long-term holders taking their bags? They are. They are. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's the sign that means there may be a final bear trap and shakeout just before we start running. Beautiful things right there. Hash ribbons. Guess what? Miners are profitable again. That means they're not capitulating anymore. They're not selling. So here they got stressed out. That's why we got some, and I think there was the SAM rule trigger around there as well. But usually when they're feeling pain, the market usually feels pain too. Not always, but we do sometimes. And that just puts less pressure from miners on the price of Bitcoin, right? And since the halving, usually after 3-4 months, do we actually see the shift in supply and demand? Lower supply, higher demand, and we get up. So we're getting around that time. We talked about interest rate, and one interesting thing I actually want to look at is where are we in the cycle right now? Because I think we're almost the social risk not too bad. Accumulating now is not a bad idea. Sorry, as you can see, if you accumulate on the green bubbles, that's usually a good time. And we usually do, if I would imagine. Loading, come on, bro. In green, I think just before bull runs as well, you do get the green spots, right, like here, just leading up to the red area. Green spots leading up to the red area, green spots leading up to the red area, etc. So that's a good sign as well. In terms of ROI, when are we gonna fly, right? Return on investments. Year to date, I think we're just on track. We're just on track. If you take the 2024, the halving election years, then you would see something beautiful that we're actually a few days away, right? 260, 280, around 20 days from the exponential return. Usually 20 days. I hope so. 290, even 1 month, no problem. After cycle bottom, we're so take the first cycle out. We're so following it that we're even between the higher and lower band of the previous two cycles. Beautiful. Nothing to worry about so far. After cycle peak, I think that's where we're lagging. Or why after cycle peak to bottom? No. Cycle bottom, we did that. After halving, that's an important one to look at. That has been one of the worst halving returns we've ever had, but I mean, we did have a pre-halving events, pre-halving returns, so it would only make sense to not have so good of having events afterwards, right? Monthly returns, we're up this month. I'm pretty surprised, but I would imagine by the end of the month we have a little bit of a pullback, maybe be aligned with the average, or we could be just another outlier there, possibly. But October, November, December, usually very good month. So with all this bullish news, always, I don't think it's the best time to sell, it's the best time to buy. But nevertheless, interest rates are coming very, very soon, and I want to give you a few trades that might be good. What I'm trading right now is actually a butterfly trade. So I am more inclined on a little bit of a correction on the first 50 basis point cut. So what I would do is I would heavy, like a butterfly trade is basically you would take a long and take a short, and for example, if you're right in the down direction, then yes, you would get stopped on your long, but you would hope that your short goes you would hit your profit on the short that is larger than the long, if that makes sense. So basically what I would do, for example, is I wouldn't take it now. I would wait. If for my short, I would wait for a little bit of a pullback, back, right? And I would put my stop loss here. I'd probably put my take profit right here. 1.8 is not bad because that line is pretty significant actually. I would imagine that we keep it as support. I wouldn't really bet on going below that for now. But for example, take profit, see how the price reacts, and then maybe go down even more. For example, if you do something like ding ding ding, then don't sell. But if you do ding 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 and then go up again pretty nicely, then I'll just close all the position. That's one. And the other butterfly trade would be a long. So you take a long, I'll take profit at 64,000. Probably have my stop loss around here, but to be honest, I would like put it here, right? And for that one, I'll take it like soon. I'll just see how far we go down. For that one, I would wait to go up a little bit and retest the bull market support band, and that would be nice. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope my analysis today helped you, and I'll see you in the next one.